I think the writer was a woman herself.
Yeah.
And it was less of an outlash because geek girls were offended. It was more of I mean, which does matter, which does count, and I think is important. But it was more of like this is what's wrong with Hollywood. This is what's wrong with the world today. We still have stereotypes that we adhere to. We still have just this completely misunderstanding of what the geek culture and geek community is, and who are its fans, who where what are the tiers. It was a lot of people are very upset.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the thing I say to that is that I don't know, geek culture or genre fiction or whatever has always been at odds with the quote unquote respectable mainstream culture. I mean, when I was in middle school, I wanted to get recommended to get in the creative writing program in freshman year, and my teacher told me I wasn't creative because I wrote genre stories. you know. And then when I was in college, I was in the film program, and the kind of stories I wanted to tell were not the kind of stories that was encouraged in that program. I mean, it was not like I wasn't telling some kind of slice of life or navel gazing uh, short that they wanted to play at Sundance, or
Right.
something like. And
Right.
it's like I kind of walked away from that saying like, oh, why do you really need their approval? And it's like, I mean, I think that there's I think I would say this is it's like the point of a review is to stir the pot.
Absolutely.
And it's just like if she's gonna write something banal, middle of the road that nobody's gonna respond to, then she's not doing her job, and that's the point of criticism. And I think actually, hell, it might even have helped because you get this kind of controversy of people going like committed enough saying they want to watch Game of Thrones to prove a point.
Exactly. Well, and actually that comes around because the ratings on that one episode were enough that HBO signed off.
4.2 million.
That's a lot of damn people for an HBO series.
And it's already got a second season.
Yeah, exactly. They signed off on the second season. I think, though, what I found interesting was Whitney over at Pop Candy, another girl, another nerdy girl, who didn't like it. She didn't feel like there was anything there for her.
That's allowed. But, and you said you didn't like it.
She's a nerdy girl.
You know what?
You're a nerdy girl?
It's just not the genre for me. Like, I mean...
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't come down to is it for boys, is it for girls? Everybody likes all different kinds of things. And I'm serious, man. It's as simple as that.
That's really deep.
It's as simple as that.
Exactly.
The only thing I thought kind of going out of it was probably the most decidedly mature audience's fantasy I'd seen since Conan the Barbarian, like on the screen. That's like 30 years. So I think that in itself is.
Well, I mean. For me, honestly, the minute I saw that Jane Espenson wasn't in any way involved, and another girl who writes fantastic genre fiction, I was in, and I wasn't really disappointed at it. I felt like there was a lot of pipe laying there. There was a lot of literally and artistically.
Yeah, that's kind of another. I mean, there is a lot of doggy style.
That wasn't what I was referring to. Pipe as a writer, but
they actually made a point to that in the article.
Drawing the nerd girls.
Yeah, drawing in the nerd girls with sex.
Keep it classy, Geekly.
Oh boy.
Girls like sex, though, right?
This begins from the girl who runs Brave New World Comics, Portland.
It's just like the stereotypes are completely like bizarroed. That's a word.
Bizarroed?
Bizarroed.
I like it.
Yeah.
That works for me.
And I mean, I think that this is just such a sad thing.
All right.
Let's
move on.
I mean, guys and girls alike are completely like outraged. Everybody.
I don't think they are. I just think it's the fucking internet, man. Like, no. Like, who's outraged really? It's fucking HBO. Change the channel.
No, it's not.
Like,
It's not that it's
people
HBO.
aren't outraged.
It's the mindset of the higher ups saying that there's no such thing as good geek girls, and that it's
well, no,
ridiculous.
but you can't. The thing is about this is what I kind of realized from my experiences is that you kind of have, which I kind of lump together, is like the constipated academics, and that's and needless to say, I had some time to dwell on this, in the
Yeah,
past,
no kidding.
He's gonna give you the smart, and I'm gonna give you the stupid.
No, I mean, but it's just like you can't argue with numbers, and it's like. And the thing is that everybody, I was in some film theory classes where like the guy would categorically ignore or dismiss anything that had any kind of fantastical element in it. you know, and he was a big fan of like some kind of obscure 70s indie movie that no one really wanted to watch. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, every year you have like the top grossing movies. What genres are they in? Fantasy, science fiction, action, I mean, so on. And it's like, you know, you only really have to listen to them if you want to.
Or if you don't want to make money, apparently.
Well, yeah, you know, and yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's just like, you know, that's the place of like somebody who's going to go in there and is going to, like, that's going to appeal to a certain worldview or view of entertainment. And that's as far as it's going to go. Everybody else, they'll continue to enjoy it for the next 5 seasons, and no one, you know, act like it was never even there.
So what's the smart? What's the stupid?
There's geek girls.
Yeah.
There's a dozen
Yeah.
porn sites where girls just love to be topless and read comics, love
At
love
the
to go to
same
those
time.
goddamn Ren fairs and act like idiots. They're out there, and
They're
you know,
definitely out there.
Yeah. So
with just in one post, Joe Pantozzi, who writes for Newsarama, was like writing her response, and it was intelligent, and it was, you know, well crafted, and she's like, hey, here's, you know, the like 24 other people, you know, representing, you know, in media and in journalism, representing the geek girl culture and community. Here's all these girls that absolutely loved it, or, you know, didn't care for it, or whoever, and it's maddening.
Well, I feel like we're pretty confident here because we are coming from, well, what I consider to be the premier girl comic book shop in a pop culture store in Los Angeles. So I
I
think.
how many girls on your panel?
Come on up.
No, I'm busy. I have work to do.
She's got work to do.
I don't get to sit around and talk smack about funny books all day long. Sorry, boys.
Thank you, dear. Okay.
We got our Greek chorus right there.
So, excellent. Well, there you go. Do we have any questions, Brian?
There are no questions.
No questions.
Nobody's asking
Because we've
questions.
we've answered everything.
I think
got
we're
it.
too intelligent, and we're hitting on every point to where nobody has any curiosity left over.
What has Brian got in his pocket?
All right. Well, very good. We won't hold you up any longer. Thank you so much for tuning
Thanks for
in
dropping
to
by.
the pilot of ComiCenter
Yeah,
Live.
we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. We have a pretty decent guest next week. You may have heard of him. His name is Mark Wade. For those of you who
Minor
haven't,
player in comic book.
he knows a little something, and he's been known to say stuff to really piss people off, which
Yeah.
is always good if you're running a talk
I like
show.
Mark Wade.
I do too.
He's handsome.
He is a handsome man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so let's run around the table really quick. Say once again who you are, how people can reach you, what's your Twitter handle, what's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Call to action.
I'm Tom Pinchuk. I'm on Twitter on @TomPinchuk. My newest book's Unimaginable. Pretty easy to find online.
All right.
Not too hard.
What's your Twitter handle there, my friend?
@Tom Pinchuk. So @TOMPINCHUK.
Correct. All right. And you?
my name's Chris. You can find me on Facebook. My name's not too generic. It's Chris Johnson. No, find me on Twitter. Goddamn Chris J. And I usually just talk shit on Twitter. I don't expect. Nobody really follows me, so I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's great. I work on stuff sometimes. When it's out, follow me on Twitter. Maybe I'll tell you about it.
And my name is Adam Freeman. I go by Adam Bang Freeman because, yes, I do use an exclamation point in my name. So that's @Adam Bang Freeman on Twitter. And Brian?
What?
Wait, how do they find you?
You guys can't swear on Geek Week, can you?
What? His name is Van Damme it.
You can follow me on Twitter. I'm @TheBDag. It's very funny. And I'm on. I host the Geek Week podcast, and I write for GeekWeek.com. It's a good show. Just listen to it.
So that was ComiCenter Live.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.